Aloha, friends. Happy super full moon. This full moon is in Aries, which is a very fiery sign. It is the first house, I don't know my zodiac that well, so I'm not going to say what it is, but I know that it's the first in the astrological calendar. Thank you, Spirit, for helping out with that. It is the first in the astrological calendar, Aries. So there's a lot of fiery, action forward movement, get things done, make it happen. The world is yours type energy that is coming in with this full moon. Now, it is also a super full moon, the first super full moon of the year. It is known as the Hunter's moon. So it makes sense that it is action forward, get it done, make things happen. Really going out and being the hunter, getting what it is that you want out of life, and my guides are telling me, be very specific about it. Free yourself from the energy of settling for anything less than what your heart desires. Tap into your heart space and feel out the difference between what you want in your mind, what may have been planted there or programmed there by something outside of yourself, and what it is that you truly want in your heart. And then make a list of the things that you have done for other people. Now, this is going to help you in one of two ways. It's either going to show you the overwhelmingly amount of energy, time, effort, love, money, whatever it may be that you've put into others that will be returning back to you, because we are in a time of divine justice right now. Or this is going to be a little bit of a reality check for you, and you're going to see maybe just how much others have actually done for you, which will then be able to drop you into gratitude and being grateful for the things, people, places, everything that's around you, and then being able to call in more of that gratitude so that you can rise into that next highest vibration. All right, some other energies to go over real quick that are coming in with this full moon. It is, full moons typically are a time of purge. This is a huge purge, they're telling me. This is, you may have been feeling like body sensitivities, intense headaches, purging through the skin, they're telling me. So that usually happens like with rashes or itchiness or dry skin or acne. There's many different ways that the skin can be purging. So if you're going through that right now, know that it is part of this big purge that's happening. Now, we are also going through a throat recalibration. This is a cosmic upgrade of the throat chakra to welcome us fully into our authenticity, to speak our truth after lifetimes upon lifetimes of being held back, held down, literally killed in places where we spoke our truth or stood up for our own sovereignty. And that is shifting now. So we are calling all of that energy back in. Make sure that you're doing a daily cleanse. Any energy that you're feeling, if you out of nowhere are starting to have pains and aches in your body, recognize whether it's from your body or an outside energy. And if it's from an outside energy, which is typically coming from somebody who's close to you or has been close to you in the past, I'm hearing a lot of ex energy. So ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, just ex-partners, ex-friends, ex-family members, like people who have been in your life, they're telling me have had significance in your life at one point, and now you have nothing to do with them. There is a lot of energy that is still attached that they are asking you to shed and purge from those people. So recognize what's yours, send back what's not. Just a simple invocation. I'm calling all of my energy back to me so I can be healthy and whole. I'm sending all of the energy to, whoever it may be in your life. So I'm sending all of my father's energy back to him so that he can be healthy and whole. And continue to do that daily, every day, so that you can differentiate between what energies are yours and what energies are coming from people outside of you that you don't have to carry. Okay, anything else before we tap in? No, they are wanting me to get in front of camera, so I am going to try to make that happen soon. Y'all, I have been exhausted, just wiped out, extremely tired, really going into deep rest at random times, and then also feeling really wired at night or in the middle of the night, rising up in the middle of the night and being drawn to go outside and bathe in the moonlight and be underneath the stars. There's a lot of cosmic energy that is coming through right now. So if you're able to get out at nighttime and take in some of that moon energy, some of that star energy, definitely do so. It is powerfully activating. And rest when you are able, rest without guilt, rest, soften into that feminine, whether you are, no matter who you are, we all have these divine masculine and feminine energies within, and Spirit is really asking us to rest in our feminine now, no matter who you are. So take that time, rest. Feminine is creativity, it's nurturing, it's loving on yourself. And there are many different types of rest, and this was pointed out to me recently, and it just like a light bulb clicked for me. And what was pointed out was the different types of rest. So physical rest, obviously, I believe that all of us know what physical rest is. Actually just shutting everything off, closing your eyes, and really just trying to relax your body. Physical rest can also come through a spa, spending the day at a spa or getting a massage, maybe being in a jacuzzi or hot tub, being out in nature and just turning off all electronics. That can come as physical rest. Now, being out in nature and turning off all electronics can also come as mental rest, disconnecting from things outside of yourself and fully connecting back into self. This is spiritual and mental rest so that you can reconnect with your highest self. And then emotional rest is freeing yourself from any stresses that happen. One of the first Reiki practitioners I went to, I remember walking in, and as I laid down on the massage table and got ready for my Reiki session, she asked me to envision all of my problems, all of my stresses, anything that was keeping the mind full of chatter. She asked me to take all of that and put it in this invisible jar. And then she literally took and walked this invisible jar outside onto the patio, closed the door, and said, okay, it'll be there for you later. Right now, let it go, let it be. And it was the most relaxing experience that I had. So I feel like that's coming in for some of y'all. If you are stressed out with work, if you are stressed out with your day, your mind is chattering, you're trying to figure out what's going to happen next or how you're going to line things up or when things are going to happen, when is a big one they're telling me. Take all of that off and drop it at the door. And let your home, or let a specific room in your home, be your sanctuary where you don't have to pick up on all of those things. You don't have to stay connected, right? After you leave your workday, it's done. It's over. Let it be where it is. It will be there for you tomorrow. I promise you, it is not going anywhere. And even if it's just for an hour, that Reiki session I had was, I believe, like an hour and a half session. And I just let all of my worries and everything go during that time. And it felt so good that I was able to go into a deep rest in that space. So if you are lacking rest, if you feel like you haven't been able to rest, take everything that you've been thinking about, everything that you've been stressing it out, put it outside for a while, close the door, and just let yourself relax and get away from it, or leave it at the house and go for a walk, get out into nature. Just some different tips to help you out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get into these 3 lovely piles that are ready to go for today. And I do have my tarot cards, my Dreams of Gaia tarot deck out as well, because I feel like we may need to have some clarity on some cards, or we may want to go deeper. So those will be utilized as needed. And there are 3 different piles today. So the first one here is the distraction of shiny things, and it's number 15. Distraction of shiny things, number 15, which reduces to a 6. And then we have You Are Epic with a number 4. You Are Epic with number 4. And the final one we have here is Overrate Your Intuition with a number 2. Overrate Your Intuition with number 2. Go ahead and see which one of those resonates for you. Now, as I was calling those out, Spirit told me I read them backwards. They're not in alignment backwards. They just want me to read it the opposite way. So we're going to start with Overrate Your Intuition. Then we'll move to You Are Epic, and we'll finish today with the distraction of shiny things. Starting off with this first one, timestamps will be in the description for the other 2. And thank you again for listening, joining me on this journey, and connecting me here with me here in this space. And as I was saying that, I saw 1212. So y'all, cycles are completing, and Spirit is saying, some people are saying, yeah, you've been saying that for a while. Cycles are coming to an end, and soul cycle completion. But y'all, when you think about it, soul cycle completion means that it has taken your soul many, many lifetimes, many reincarnations to get through these cycles. So this completion, this closing up of the old self, of the old soul lessons, is not going to happen overnight. It's going to be something that is going to take a considerable amount of linear time, if you are connected to linear time. So just allow yourself to be in this space. Know that things are shifting and we are moving forward. All right, starting off with Overrate Your Intuition, and I will see you in the description for the rest. Welcome back, those of you that chose Overrate Your Intuition. Overrate your intuition. The first thing they're showing me here is this eye as like the all-seeing eye, the third eye, and how vibrant and connected it is in this space. But there's this little X down here, which tells me that there's a blockage, something that you are not wanting to see, not wanting to open up to, or maybe even hearing it and not fully trusting in it. I am going to read the book for this deck. Now, this deck is a lovely deck. It's small, and the deck isn't small itself. There are many cards. There are 67, but the cards themselves are small. You can see in comparison to the other oracle cards, and it's called the Sacred Creators Oracle. So I will always have the cards listed in the description as well, so you can find them there. But I'm going to go ahead and read you what came through in the book for this particular card. Okay, so it says, overrate your intuition. Every single time this cheeky crystal ball is winking at you, babe. It's saying, you already know the answer. Quiet your mind and listen for the nudges of your soul. It is speaking to you, and it's time to pay attention to your gut reactions, hunches, and best guesses. When you tune into the language of metaphor and dreams, you will notice the subtle signs that are continuously directing you and your unconscious mind as some potent messages for you right now. If you run into an old friend or make a serendipitous connection with someone, it is meant to be noticed. If something feels untrue, it is meant to be noticed. There are no coincidences at the moment, and your intuition is a powerful tool that is becoming even stronger. Bask in the knowledge that whatever you do next will be exactly right for you. As long as you check in with your heart and decide what feels good and what feels off, if something feels right, it won't be disappointed by the experience it provides. So yes, there is this distrust. It's like you're getting the downloads and the answers and you're still questioning them, or you're wanting guidance outside of self. So this is spirit coming through and saying, hey babe, you got this, trust in yourself. Okay, there are some journal questions that I believe will help. I did see 1313 as I said that, which is odd because I shouldn't have saw that number. That was completely from spirit. And the questions are, what are your personal indications that your intuition is speaking to you? What are your personal indications that your intuition is speaking to you? The second question says, where do you feel it in your body? And what does a yes feel like? Or what does a no feel like? So as you're feeling it in the body, ask your body, please show me what a yes feels like in the body. And then quiet yourself and listen. And then you can ask, please show me what a no feels like in the body. And again, quiet yourself and listen. And the last question is, can you think of a time that you chose not to trust your intuition and learned how powerful it actually was as a result? So sometime when your intuition was telling you something, you chose not to go by it, and then afterwards, in hindsight, you realized, wow, my intuition was spot on. Have you had those moments? Write them down and realize how many of those moments you've had, for one, and what happened in those moments. Okay, so I'm going to set this up here, and let's go ahead and move on and see what else wants to come through for y'all. Okay, they want me to go back. With this pile, the most interesting thing happened. So normally when I am shuffling, y'all maybe have seen me shuffle the cards before. I usually just take and drop them on top. If a card's ready to come out, it will come. Or sometimes it'll fly out of the deck. It just depends. With this entire pile, a card would come out. I would set it down in its place because it usually tells me pile 1, 2, or 3. I set it down in its place and then flip the deck over to the bottom of the deck, and Spirit said, no, you put the wrong one down. It's this one. This happened with every single deck that I used for this pile. So what this tells me is that there is indecision in your life, that you are going back and forth, right? You're like, oh, I want this. Oh, never mind. I think I want that. And the indecisiveness is what is extending things and holding things off. Your team, your guides They are here to assist you. However, if you are deciding, I want this, no, I want that, oh no, maybe I want that instead, they are jumping all over the place trying to make things happen for you, and it may feel a little chaotic. So the first message that they want me to give you is to own in on what it is that you actually want. I've learned this in my own practice, being open with the universe and saying, I'll just, I'll be ready. If it's meant to be, it'll happen. Well, it typically doesn't happen that way. We can say, yeah, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. And if it's something that you absolutely want, call it in. If it's something that you don't want, free yourself from it. Free yourself from that energy. You have that power. We are co-creators. And so they are asking you to step into your power, make a decision. And that is a masculine energy. A decision making is a masculine energy. So step into your masculine, make a decision to what it is that you want. Even if you feel it's impossible. A good friend did a reading for my husband recently, and in the reading he said, be delusional. Like, imagine the most amazing life that you could possibly have, and then call that in. It's okay to have. That's why children are so abundant, because they have such widespread imaginations. So call in exactly what it is that you want, and then plant those seeds, and then let your guides work towards that for you, and let go of needing it to happen in a specific timeline. Believe me, I learned that one the hard way. Okay, so getting back to this card, number 22, that may resonate for some of you. All right, so twos, 222, they just showed me all twos. Wow. Okay, so it says, this is not your practice life. Decide. Oh my gosh, yeah. Decide what it is that you want. It's not like, oh, I'll just do whatever, and maybe in the next life. No. In this life, you're still here. You still have so much time to enjoy this life. So decide what it is that you want. And then there is also another question here. I feel like a lot of journaling for this pile. Those of you that chose this pile, journaling is going to help you through this. And this journaling question is, what is your inner voice telling you about the dream in your heart? Yes, this is all connecting through your intuition. This is all deciding exactly what you want, feeling into that, what feels good, and then being able to take the action steps towards that. All right, Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Okay, so they said replace spirit with highest self. Your highest self has already been here, has already done this. Is right with when we tap out of time, everything that has and ever will happen is happening now. So if you've ever done any kind of inner child healing, the inner child healing typically tells us, go back and give your inner child some love. Tell her, I love you, I'm here for you, I see you, I support you, I'm listening. Give her those affirmations, or play with her or him, right? Whatever it is, your inner child, play with them in that space and connect with them deeply. Well, your highest self is doing that with you right now. Your highest self knows what is best for you. So the more you tap into your intuition, the more you're tapping into your highest self, and you're able to guide from a much higher perspective. So they're saying your higher self has a plan for you. It's up to you now to tap into that, right? And tapping into that is not having any limitations. If there's something that you have wanted your whole life, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is something that I've always wanted, I always thought would happen for me, and then maybe society shifted things for you, maybe indoctrination or programming or whatever it was, culture, tradition has shifted things for you, and you're like, I don't know, it was something that I really wanted, and now, like, yeah, if it happens, it happens. No. You're like big on the nose today. No, they're saying, if you want it, if there's something, y'all, that we know and feel in our hearts that we want more than anything, and then our energy shifts out of that, and we're like, yeah, if it happens, it happens. Spirit is coming in to tell you, if you wanted it, if you had that deep desire in your heart for it, it's because it's already happening at a higher vibration. Your higher self is already living through those moments. And so they're saying your higher self has a plan for you. Now it's just up to you to tap into it. Tap into what feels best. If you feel like, you want to travel the world and be able to see all the places and spaces and different cultures and things, and that is a desire that you've had, and maybe you're like, oh, but I don't have the money, and maybe someday I'll win the lottery and it'll happen, right? And you've kind of let go of that dream. That's Spirit saying, no, you're supposed to travel the world. That's part of what your highest self is already doing. And now we need you to open and expand your mind in that the money will come. The prosperity will come. The finances will shift. Somehow, some way, you will be able to travel the world. Even if you feel like in the physical, it's not an option. If this is something that you've wanted for a long time, it is happening. It is happening for you in this lifetime. As long as you continue to rise and trust in your highest self. Okay, let's see what else we have here. All right, Gaia gateway activation. I am going to channel here because they're asking me to bring in some light codes. So I'm just going to channel. Okay, so they're telling me with that channeling, the toning like that typically comes through for me when I'm channeling my ancient soul, my ancestors, my ancient soul. They're like, that's the best way to describe it. And it's a very grounding energy. It is connecting to Mother Earth, not just connecting with her, but being one with her. And what they're telling me, since that channel came through, they're telling me that the gap is closing. So maybe you thought your desire was all the way up here and your finances were all the way down here. And they're like, no. Things are closing. Divine justice is taking place. Everything is coming into order. Systems are falling off. And it's going to come into alignment for you. You see that rainbow there? It's really standing out. It's like that magic that you want in your life. It can absolutely happen. You can close the gap between the higher vibrations and the earth realm energy and bring it together. And y'all, Mama Gaia is rising. She is rising up. So maybe that gap before, when she was still in her 3D self, seemed, out of reach, even off the table. And now it's like Mama Gaia has raised her vibration and it's coming back into alignment, and it is going to meet up for you. So continue to believe. Cancel clear that word. Thank you, Spirit. Continue to know that things are happening for a reason, that all is happening in divine timing, and that you will absolutely have the life that you want to live as long as you continue on this path. Okay. And then we have Goddess Atira that came in. Goddess Atira. And she has this lovely full moon behind her. And I feel like the energy with this full moon for you, y'all, the moon is full at it's 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Monday, October 6th, I believe, which is I'm channeling this on the 6th. So but it says, with every step I take, I am connected to earth energy. Oh my gosh, after we just did a whole grounding and connecting and closing that gap, right? Connecting to earth energy. So I feel like for you, this is inviting silence. This is almost like going inward into a cocoon-like stage and allowing things to happen. Spending more time in silence, y'all, will definitely connect you with your intuition. It will open you up to downloads coming from your highest self, and not programming coming from whatever you're listening to, watching, spaces and places that you're around. It disconnects you from all of that, and it brings you back to self. So invite some silence into your life, and maybe even just get out into nature. Go for a quiet walk, or lay out in the grass. We found a really lovely park yesterday, my husband and I, and we just laid in the sun, and it felt so lovely to not be connected to anything. We didn't read a book. I didn't. I started to, and then it was like, no, just connect. And I put the book down, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to be here in this silence, connecting with Mother Nature and allowing everything to come through. Now, as I was doing that, I wasn't feeling any downloads or any connections. I wasn't getting any messages. I just was there, and I was present. And when I left there, that's when the downloads started coming through. That's when the messages started to make sense. That's when everything started to come back into alignment for me. So it may not happen in the moment, but it will propel you into those moments. Okay. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, so the two words that are really resonating here the most are forgive and soften. Forgive and soften. And I feel like this is forgive self, because y'all, typically when we don't trust our intuition, when we don't trust our gut feelings, it's because in the past somewhere we have not had the best discernment. We have betrayed ourselves, or felt like it was one way and then it ended up being another way. And that's the power of discernment, right? Like being able to cut through and see things as they are and not change them for us. Even, I spoke to someone recently about this. I spoke to a client and I said, people will tell us who they are, right? And they'll give us those red flags. And it's up to us to listen to that. I had exes that said, I'm not good for you. What you want is not what I want. And I remember in my younger self being like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Eventually we'll get there. Or I don't mind. And in reality, it just wasted so much of my time, but if I would have just listened every time someone said, I'm not good for you, and I would have said, okay, thank you, and walked away, I feel like things would have propelled a lot faster for me. So forgive yourself for those moments where you didn't listen, where your guides were coming through and giving you messages, perhaps through different people, and you're like, no, I'll still do this, right? I have clients all the time, y'all, that I'll tell them, you have free will, you can do whatever you want. This is just what your highest self is saying. And I've had a client for years. And this client said, well, what do I do about my business and yada, yada. And I said, this is what your higher self is saying to do. And they're like, I don't want to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that. And then years later came back and been like, shit, you were right. I should have listened. And I'm like, it wasn't me. It was your highest self. I was connecting and channeling for you. So we have the power to not listen to our highest self, but then we typically get ourselves in situations and places that we don't want to be in. So that is where the forgiveness comes in. Forgiving yourself for not listening to those red flags, for not seeing those signs, for not walking away when perhaps you needed to, right? For all the times that you gave people or even like businesses chances that they didn't deserve, and they didn't deserve your energy, and it was time for you to walk on. It was time for you to leave. So forgiving yourself for that, and then softening into the feminine energy of receiving, opening up, silencing yourself, connecting and nurturing yourself. They're showing the koala like hugging himself here, or herself. Okay, and then we have lastly the manta ray with the temperance card. Okay, so this is saying harmony, things are coming into alignment. Yeah, again, like that gap is closing, right? The gap between what you want and what you can actually have. And it's they're telling me there were things that needed to be eliminated. There were things that maybe you thought you wanted, and you needed to see it for yourself to be like, oh yeah, I don't want that. I'll tell you, many years ago, there was a situation where I was like, oh, this is exactly what I want. My whole life is going to change. I feel this. This was probably like 8 to 10 years ago. And then I got it, and I'm like, I mean, this is exactly what I wanted. I did ask for this, and I don't like it. I don't want this anymore. Like, I thought that this was something that I really, like my mind was telling me that it was something that I wanted, but in my heart, I couldn't do it. In my heart, it didn't feel good. At the end of the day, I didn't feel good doing what I was doing. It wasn't anything bad. It was just, my heart would not settle for what my mind thought that it wanted. And I had to go through that experience to be able to then fully learn how to open up and receive what I want through my heart space. Okay, I'm going to pull just one last Dreams of Gaia tarot card. That was quick. Okay, and we have love. Yes, so nurturing self, supporting self, taking care of self, purging some emotions with this full moon, y'all. You see all that water coming out from underneath? This tells me the purge of emotions. When I see this card, I typically see it as a purge of emotions from the solar plexus and the sacral space. And I just looked over as I put the deck down, and the Father card was on the bottom of the deck. So you may be working through with this full moon, letting go of some father wounding, reconnecting to your masculine in a new way, where you can trust your masculine, that your masculine within is going to protect and provide for you and support you the way that you need it to. So redefining, thank you. They're saying redefine your masculine and what you need from that, and go from there. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know this is a little longer than normal, but I appreciate you for being here. Until next time, adios. Welcome back to those of you who chose You Are Epic. Oh, look at this golden card. It is stepping into your fire, stepping into your light. It is authenticity. It is expression. It is action forward. So it's a good time with this Aries full moon. And I'm going to actually read from the book for this one because Spirit was asking me to. So, your epic life. Can you see it yet? It's just over the horizon, and you're at a point where you have the wisdom and experience to make it happen. Your stamina and hard work are paying off, and you are being called to bring order from any chaos you've been experiencing. It's time to take the leadership role at the helm of your life and navigate confidently into areas that you haven't explored yet. You are ready to handle it. Be strategic as you plan your route, and as you build your future, I'm going to cancel that word future. We're going to say next present moment so that we can welcome in more present. So as you build your next present moment, know that your guides and angels are supporting you and the evolution of this dream. The universe is offering you a chance to steer toward the epic success you've been imagining. So trust in the foundation you are building. An empire of light and love surrounds you. You are never alone, so don't allow this opportunity to be befuddled by doubt, frustration, or fear. Dig in with determination and head into a new phase of prosperity and growth. Now, there are a couple of journaling questions here, so I am going to go ahead and read those as well. It says, the seed of life on this card is bursting open and showing the way. What seeds did you plant that have yet to bloom? What gifts are on the way? What do you need to let go of in order to open the gates of your epic life? Is it doubt? Is it fear? Is it shame? Is it a shoulda, coulda, woulda? What needs to happen so that you are able to receive the epic success that the universe is offering? Oof, y'all, it is here. The abundance is here. It is all around you. Are you ready to step into it? What do you need to purge with this full moon so that you can fully embody that next highest version of self? I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. And let's go ahead and tap into these and see what comes through. Okay. Expansiveness. Okay, so they said don't even mind the words. Okay, first of all, the number 3. They're like, go back. Number 3. 3 is a powerful number. 3 is the Trinity. It is, they say all good things come in threes. It is a very powerful number. And where she's standing here, it's this big, expansive space. And they're just saying, think big, right? Grow big. Like there are big things. This is all around you. There are big things here and you're ready for them. So it's saying, where is your heart guiding you? There are infinite possibilities available to you. So many different routes that you can take from here. What exactly is it that you want? Own in on what it is that you want to make happen. And then expand. So much beauty. Oh my goodness, so much beauty coming in with this. With this pile. So welcoming beauty into your life, welcoming success into your life, welcoming joy into your life, welcoming presence and abundance into your life. All of these things are here and ready to be embodied by you, for you, with you, within you. And they're saying, open up, expand. Okay, we have the peacock spirit, of course, the expansion, right? Let your light shine. Let it shine. Things are ready to move for you. You have cleared everything that you've needed to clear to move into this vibration, y'all. And what I'm hearing is that You are holding the vibration. It's not a matter about you tapping into that frequency or being able to hold that vibration anymore. You absolutely are holding this vibration, and not just holding it. They're saying it has been anchored. It is done. It is complete. You have accelerated. You have risen. And so now opening up to receiving, taking it all in, enjoying it. All right, we have Anunnaki light codes coming through. Ooh, lots of light codes coming through this card, so you may want to screenshot it. And it's a whole energetic shift. Yes, it is the end of a cycle. It look at all this gold, so much gold, y'all, and the connection, the purple coming through the crown space. Okay, and they're also highlighting like this space they're saying like the high heart / throat chakra area. It's an expansion. Open up your wings, open up. It's the same thing, like the wings are opening here. She's opening her arms here. The peacock is opening its feathers up. It's like open, 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 and receive. All right, then we have a goddess Nut. And she's an Egyptian goddess. She says, I bend, I breathe, I relax. Yes, so what that tells me is that what is coming in is malleable. You can create it, shift it, make it yours, and continue on your path. You don't have to. It's like the days of being programmed, being held down, being held back by systems, that's over. You are shifting completely out of that space. So what's coming for you is what you have co-created in a higher vibration, a much higher vibration. And now you have fully anchored it. They're like, it is done. It is complete. It is happening. It is now. So receive, receive, receive. Okay, and then we have Selkie, come out of hiding, embrace who you really are. This is, y'all, those of you that chose this card, y'all are leaders, right? You have the energy to lead, to support, to create with a higher power, to co-create with spirit, with your guides, with your team. So as you're opening up to receive, if you feel like anything is off, tap in immediately. Ask, y'all, when something happens to me and I'm feeling like heavy, dense emotions, I just try to bring awareness to it as fast as I can. Like, okay, I see this happened. What was the purpose? What was the reason? What did I need to learn? Thank you. I'm ready to let go. Move through it. It is time. All right, and then we have the stag energy. Again, with this masculine energy, stags carry this like very masculine, dominant, supportive, protector type energy. And okay, it's saying like, it says big business, but I heard big things are coming. Big things are coming. New traditions, stepping into your spirituality. What works for you? Where do you get the downloads, right? Maybe it's in meditation, maybe it's in listening to music, maybe it's dancing, maybe it's moving, maybe it's getting a good deep sweat, maybe it's being out in nature, maybe it's like after just playing and laughing and enjoying life and these downloads come to you. Tap into what works best for you and then move through that. So let's ask, is there anything that this pile needs to let go of to be able to fully receive with this full moon? Is there anything that needs to happen? Okay, no, they're saying no. So call it in. So what is it that they need to call in to be able to embody this? Better question. Thank you. What is it that they need to call in to be able to embody what is coming through for them? Whew. Okay. All right. So we have the 3 of water. So flow, letting go, You see how she has these binds on her arms, and yet there's no one holding on to them. There's no one that's keeping her tied up or held back. She's just carrying them like an accessory. It's something that she's always carried. It looks like she's like used to it. She's embracing it. And they're saying like, that's the old life. Let it go. Let it go. You don't need to carry that anymore. So letting go of, they're saying, thank you. Letting go of what you think you need to do to embody this. Because it's the thoughts that are keeping you in this bind. It's the thoughts that have you questioning or wondering if you're ready or if you can do this, or if this is real. This is like the pinch me, is it real moment. Like, whoa, okay, I see all this coming in, and like, am I capable of embodying it? Like, this is so much, right? And it feels so good. But they're saying, yes, absolutely. Okay, one last card. There we go. Your intuition. Tapping into your intuition. Being the co-creator. Creating the life that you want. And expressing that, they're saying. So I feel like this pile is the complete balancing out of the masculine and feminine within, right? Like you have the intuition next to the stag. So it's like everything that you can imagine can come true. Anything that you can imagine can come true. So continue to expand your mind, to open up to the unknown, to the unseen, and then allow yourself to soften, breathe, relax, and allow yourself to be in that feminine energy of receiving. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, adios. Welcome back to those of you that chose the distraction of shiny things, number 15. All right, y'all. I will tell you, this pile feels a little bit more dense than the others, but it's not anything that you cannot work through with this full moon, they're telling me. So I feel like there's going to be some purging with this pile. And I am going to read from the book for the distraction of shiny things. So let's see what it has to say. It says, you've got a big purpose, a mission, a whole big, beautiful life to create. Stay the course, silly magpie. Don't get distracted by the allure of many glittery options you see, most of which aren't what you truly desire. Sometimes the path toward your desires will sway, but the overall north should remain stable. Else you'll find yourself flying in circles. If you've been doing a whole lot of pivoting lately, it's time to look at the underlying reason why. Do you have a flight plan? Or are you gliding around aimlessly, unsure of where to go next? Use your longing as a barometer of what's possible for your life, avoiding the temptation to emulate other people's shiny lives. While it's perfectly fantastic and strategic to do a little competitive analysis, do it from a place of confident curiosity and not from a place of unhealthy comparison. Focus on finding your own powerful glow instead, for nothing in the world is more magical. All right, there are some questions here, some journaling questions, so I am going to read those as well. The first one says, how do you avoid the temptation of shiny, meaningless things? What's your weakness and how can you avoid it? So what is distracting you? I saw 222 as I was saying that. So what is it that's distracting you, and how can you learn to avoid it? Your particular brand of shiny, it says, what makes you unique? What's your wild? What's your quirky? What's your divine light? How do you communicate when you are in your own zone? And how can you learn to fly in this light always? So who are you? Who are you? And what are your gifts? What are your strengths? What can you do to step fully into your light? And how can you take lessons and maybe even constructive criticism from others to be able to support you on your journey? What can you do to shift out of the competitive nature, like feeling like you need to compete with somebody, and shift into seeing what they're doing, what you like about what they're doing, and then how that can benefit you moving forward. So it's finding your own niche. It's finding your own, whatever it is that works for you, that you want to create. So let's open up. Let's see what else wants to come through with this pile. I'm going to leave this here. Okay. All right. So the first card we have is number 11. And I'll just leave that there for you to admire. It says, everything is a reflection. Hold up the energetic mirror. What do you need in your life that you are not currently getting? What do you need in your life that you are not currently getting? Okay, so I feel like, yes, this pile, it's asking you to go inward with this full moon. What is it that you feel like you need? What will help you to become who you are within, and also without, being able to shine that outside of yourself and show other people all of the goodness and joy and blessings and gifts that you carry within yourself. Okay, and we have porcupine spirit, time for a beginner's mind. Yes, and the porcupine energy, y'all, it is like the porcupine is inside, right, without all of these spikes. It's this soft, cute, loving, adventurous little creature, and it has these spikes around it. It's like it's keeping everyone at a distance, right? Like, I want that, but maybe I'm not ready for it. But what this is telling me, y'all, is that perhaps there are things that you have been calling in, that you feel like you want more than anything, that you have been working hard on trusting and surrendering into so that you can make it happen. And yet your heart is saying, oh, that's too good. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm worthy of that. I don't know if I can receive that. Let me put out these spikes. Let me just keep you at an arm's distance. Let me just, take it one day at a time. I just want I want everything to come nice and slow instead of everything all at once. I don't know if I deserve all that yet, right? So it's saying, like, tap into your inner self. You fully deserve, right? If you are here in Earth Realm, you are fully deserving of what is to come. And it's a matter of you opening up to being able to receive those things. Okay. We have the Heart of Source. Oh my goodness, so many light codes coming through this card. Yes, it's a deeper level of heart opening, y'all. A much, much deeper level of heart opening, because the energy is, let's see if I can get some more light in here. It's an expansion that needs to happen to the heart, through the heart, so that you are capable of receiving. It's like you want it and you're like, yeah, I'll let it come whenever it's gonna come. I don't know about taking action forward. I feel like right now I just need to receive it. And your body is saying, no, I'm not ready to receive, not yet. What if I receive it and then it all gets taken away from me? And I've felt or experienced, life where I thought I had everything I wanted in my life and it got taken away, and I felt the heartbreak and everything that came after that. That this tells me that there needs to be some harmonizing with your ego, that your ego is helping you to keep things at bay, to keep things away. You may not even know it, y'all. Sometimes when the ego is working in that process, we don't even realize what's happening. We don't even realize that our hearts are not completely open. For many years, oh my goodness, I thought that my heart was open and I wanted to receive and I wanted new love in my life. And I remember a friend that was close to me at the time, and he would tell me, your heart is so cold. You are so shut off. And I'm like, I'm not a cold-hearted person. I'm super sweet. I'm caring. I'm genuine. I'm honest. I'm all these things. What do you mean I'm a cold-hearted person? And I thought he was crazy. And then years later, when my heart finally fully opened, oh my goodness, it clicked so much. It was like, oh yeah, my heart was closed. My heart was open only to an extent. Only people could only get close enough to me to where I was in control, to where I could be the one to walk away, where I could be the one who didn't get hurt. And what this pile is telling me for y'all is that what you want is also wanting you. What you seek is also seeking you. However, you need to be able to open up and receive. And that might mean letting go of some shit that happened in your past that you don't need to carry anymore, that you don't need to hold on to. Maybe, calming that ego and saying, I've learned those lessons. I don't need to learn them anymore. I'm rising. I can reopen my heart. It's okay. I have discernment now. I trust in myself, right? I don't need to distract myself anymore. I can open up and allow, funny, allow is my word of the week, allow things to happen. Okay, let's see what goddess came through for y'all. We have goddess Freya, and it says, my natural allure shines through my smile. Yes, it's like everything about you is being held back. It's being held in. It's like through that smile, people are able to see a glimpse of what's inside, right? Maybe you're somebody who people think like, there's just something about her. There's just something about him, and they're mysterious, but they're also in a unique vibration. And it's because they get that glimpse of your soul, that glimpse of how amazing you are, of how gifted you are, of how deserving you are of something. And then you close it off. You're like, nope, I don't want anyone to see that. I don't want anyone to see how amazing I am because in the past this happened, or in the past that happened. And Spirit's asking you to open up. So let's see what else we have. Birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? What are you being called to create? I feel like what is ready to be created through you is, or what you've been wanting, thank you for the redirect, Spirit. What you've been wanting to create is ready for you. It's ready for you. It is like, yep, let's go. Let's do this. It's time. And what's holding you back is you allowing yourself to open up, you feeling like you're deserving of it, like you're worthy of it. So I feel like going into, like, they're showing the baby in this like kind of like womb space, but going into a space of silence. Actually, what's interesting is the baby on this card has like their fists curled up on the outside of their, like outside their ears. It's like, I don't want to hear all the extra things. I just want to be in silence. Just allow me to be in silence and figure this out and be able to move through it. And I feel like that's what this full moon is calling in for you. It's like, breathe. One, breathe. Thank you, Spirit, for the reminder. I don't know if that was for me or everybody. Everybody, they're saying, okay. Breathe. Allow yourself to breathe, to relax, to cancel out all the noise in your head. It's the noise in your head that's keeping your heart closed. It's all of the outside energy. It's everything that everyone put into you. Y'all, I'll tell you, over the past 2 years, I have had so many people just dump their energy on me, for one. I know that this was a lesson for me, but also fill me with doubt, because when I started on this current journey that I'm on a few years back, I knew in my heart, I believed, I trusted, I absolutely was aware, and there was no doubt whatsoever. And then over the past 2 years, connecting with people has really added, it showed me like how quickly the mind can be programmed, how quickly watching something can, or listening to something can shift your vibration. And so they're saying shift out of that, come back to self and open so that you can learn to let your light out fully. I feel like y'all, that those of you that are harnessing this love and this light within you are so powerful. Oh my goodness. Like the amount of power that is coming through you is insane. Like I had to stop before I said that word, because I'm like, really, you're going to say that? But it really is. There is so much energy that you all carry within you. And it's like you keeping like those spikes on the outside of the porcupine to protect yourself, to not let anyone in, not let anyone see how amazing you are. And with this full moon, I feel like what you should be letting go of, because I remember when I started this pile, it felt really dense, and I have felt some shifts as we move through it. But what you should be letting go of is closing your heart off, letting go of people, places, things, times where you felt like you had to close your heart off to protect it, and just allowing yourself to reopen. Maybe even just get out underneath the moon and open up your arms nice and wide and look up at the moon underneath the stars, and just allow yourself to bathe in that moonlight and take it all in. Here we have Dragonfly with the 8 of Wands. So Dragonfly, deep transformation, big shifts. And they're saying, like, they're pointing out how quickly a dragonfly moves. Like, it's not slow. I've never really seen a dragonfly move slow. Like, they are quick with it. So when you're ready to open up your heart, when you're ready to let go of anything that's holding you back, when you're ready to fully embrace who you are and let that shine and let people see it regardless of what they're going to say, think, feel, and to let go of the distractions, the things that have been holding you back, it's gonna, like, things are gonna shift overnight. They're gonna happen so fast, like the wings of the dragonfly. It's gonna be so quick that things start to shift for you. But first, you've got to drown out those distractions. You've got to let those go. Bring some silence back in. Open your heart and allow things to happen. All right, I'm going to pull one last tarot card for y'all here. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come through. Yeah, y'all, this energy of when you open up, it's going to take you on a whole new journey. It is a completely different you, and maybe that's where part of the fear is coming from for you. Yes, they're saying clear the fear, clear the fear. Shh. So a good practice, we just cleared some fear for sure. I felt it lift. But with a good practice, if you are able to get out under the full moon, maybe just write a list of times where your heart has been broken, where you felt like you needed to close yourself off to protect yourself. Write that list of those times and then burn it up, tear it up, throw it out, like do whatever you need to do to let it go with this full moon. It is going to shift you. Y'all, it's like you're ready. That rapid transformation is coming. And it's like there are some things that you need to let go of first. Now, as I grabbed the deck, the bottom of the deck had the youth card on it. And this card always comes through for me as the inner teenager. So maybe the things that you need to let go of, or the place that you need to start off with, is who broke your heart when you were preteen, teenage years. What happened around that time? Go back into those memories. What happened that caused you to close off, to close your heart? Because that's when it started, they're telling me. And let it go with this full moon so that you can embody and embrace the co-creation that is here for you, right? All of the good things. And it feels really good when you tap into it, but there just needs to be some letting go to make that happen. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time. Adios.